Because of the thing with the gray areas, like again, I'm a street guy. So because of the police, and I don't want to get into it because I don't want no beef with the police. But because, there's a lot of gray areas over there, I probably would stay away based on how I'm, like, for me, we don't mess with people that informed, and we don't mess with people that mess with people that informed. And that's what Honor Up was about. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason there. Like if it came to doing like a Roc-a-fella reunion and the rest of the team is going to get some money and we could be in different places, I don't want to hang out with him at all, but I wouldn't mind getting some money.
Dame Dash just said he's ready to do business with Jay-Z again, and it's all about the money first. We've seen years of tension, rumors, and back and forths, but now he's making it clear he's willing to put differences aside if the numbers make sense. This isn't about friendship or nostalgia. This is about real business moves and smart financial decisions. He even broke down how Roc-a-fella could still make money together even if personal relationships aren't perfect. He talked about loyalty, boundaries, and respecting who actually shows up and handles business the right way. And he didn't hold back on the reasons why he draws the line with certain people, why he chooses who to work with, and what he wants out of any deal moving forward. You're going to hear about the real strategies behind some of the biggest names in hip-hop and how he's positioning himself for some serious cash flow. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why money is the priority over old beefs and why Dame Dash thinks that Roc-a-fella business could still be huge if played right. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts on this down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Recently, Memphis Bleek did an interview with Shannon Sharpe, and in this interview, he says he doesn't think you and Jay can ever, be friends again or be cool again. Did you see that? What'd you think about that? And is that something you've thought about?
Because of the thing with the gray areas, like again, I'm a street guy. So because of the police, and I don't want to get into it because I don't want no beef with the police. But because, there's a lot of gray areas over there, I probably would stay away based on how I'm, like, for me, we don't mess with people that informed, and we don't mess with people that mess with people that informed. And that's what Honor Up was about. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason there. Like if it came to doing like a Roc-a-fella reunion and the rest of the team is going to get some money and we could be in different places, I don't want to hang out with him at all, but I wouldn't mind getting some money. I think that, again, hearing that Cam up Roc-a-fella, it's like, what would happen if he didn't do that? We probably, because we weren't cool, he was doing his thing because of the Aaliyah shit, and I wasn't with him too much, but we still were doing business. So we could have potentially still been doing business, even though you don't have to be cool with someone to do business. You just got to do good business. You know what I'm saying? But like if I did business with him, he'd have to eliminate the things that are against my moral fabric.
Now, I've seen a lot of reasons why Roc-a-fella broke up. I mean, I think you've even talked about Jay not wanting to pay Biggs, from you and Jay not getting along.
So let's say this. You know what the headline's gonna be. Now I'm a chatty patty because I'm talking about my business, and I always talk about Jay. But you have to acknowledge, I like you when you put it up. I asked him the question and he answered about Jay, as opposed to me just saying that Jay, because I'm just talking about my life. This is not chatty patty to me. I'm not going to stop talking about my life because stupid people are saying these things, but I know they're bots. But go ahead. What was the question?
Yeah, man. I mean, with everything you and Jay accomplished, man, I don't know how either one of you ever really not get talked about each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just happen to do more interviews. I'm pretty sure if he does interviews, they're gonna ask him about Damon. If they
never ask, they never ask him about me, and they never ask him any of those things. There's never questions like, why did you do that? Like, based on what Damon, he doesn't. I haven't seen that ever brought up. Nobody, no, everyone. I'm completely sure that when he does an interview, see, the difference is he has people to talk for him to meet. You know what I mean? Bleak talks for him. Steve Stout talks for him. Charlemagne talks for him. Noriega talks for him to me. And he doesn't have to talk. Shapiro talks for him. Everyone I'm fighting on my own. I talk for me. And I do interviews. This is my way. I don't get loans. So when you don't get loans, you got to do interviews. He ain't got to do interviews. I don't get loans. I got to do interviews. But what I don't have to do is I don't have to be outside and work off no debt. I ain't got to be worried about servicing nothing, or servicing the debt. And now, you know, again, if I don't make, whether they don't let me bankrupt or not, I ain't got no money. But I know what they're going to do. Chris Brown allegedly will always try to attach me to the Dash Group with ownership. And my girl, he's put my girl through so much. Like this girl, Monique Bunn, accused of her of a sexual assault in public. And then we had to go through a full trial. And she had to go and be on a stand. And in that trial, he tried to attach me to the Dash Group, had her on a stand, and the judge said, nah, he ain't got shit to do like that. You don't own the Dash Group. He could go and promote the book and make a movie for the Dash Group and star in it for the Dash Group, even though the Dash Group's not even making money, but we're flipping. Everything goes into working cash flow. We pay tax. The Dash Group pays taxes.
You talked about, you know, him and you working together in a business capacity.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, like, again, we have boundaries. We work for Roc-a-fella, but I don't quite want to do any business with Sean Carter. I want to do business with Roc-a-fella. Like you know, like I said, I've learned to have a lot of respect for Bleak because of his loyalty, and that's a lot. And I would love to see all the Roc-a-fellas instead of one Roc-a-fella be rich. And I don't think it's over. We still young, so I'm always down to do Roc-a-fella business. I always was. I don't want any Sean Carter business though. I don't want to be hanging out with Steve Stout. I don't like their crowd. They're not people I would want to be around that I ever hung out with. So why would I start now? I like women. I like to hang out with pretty girls and pretty souls and people that are intellectual. I don't like to hang out with people that say stupid shit. I like to be around people that can grow me, you know, evolve me, make me smarter. That's what I like. I don't like to be the richest person in the room. I like to be the brokest, because then I can learn.
Dame Dash making it clear he's ready for business with Jay-Z is a big move, and it says a lot about how smart these guys are. This isn't about old beefs or personal feelings. This is strictly business. And that's the mindset that separates real moguls from the rest of the pack, and I respect that. You can't ignore the fact that Dame Dash is thinking long term. He's talking Roc-a-fella, boundaries, and loyalty. He's careful about who he works with, and he's looking at the numbers before he makes a move. That's exactly what anybody trying to survive and thrive in the music business should be doing. It's a reminder that sometimes you put your personal feelings aside for strategy and growth. I also like that he's being honest about the morality of the situation. He knows what he will and won't do. That's a huge part of business that a lot of people miss. Being successful isn't just about making money. It's about keeping your integrity intact while making smart moves. And Dame Dash is showing us that clearly. Now, whether or not Jay-Z will ever do business with Dame Dash again is up in the air. But one thing Dame Dash is showing us is that he is willing to collaborate again. And that doesn't mean he has to like the person personally. That's a big lesson for anybody in business or in life. You can separate your personal from professional. You can still do deals, make money, and grow while keeping your values intact. That's a mindset a lot of people overlook in hip-hop. From somebody who respects both of these dudes, this is great to hear because it means there could be a major move in the future. Roc-a-fella business, new projects, money flowing in ways we haven't seen in years. It shows that even after decades in the industry, these veterans still know how to play the game smart. And that's inspiring if you're building your own empire, whether that's music, business, or another field. At the end of the day, what Dame Dash is teaching us is simple. Push strategy over ego and always prioritize smart financial moves. That's a blueprint. That's how you stay relevant, how you stay wealthy, and how you keep your influence strong. And it's done in a way that doesn't hurt anybody unnecessarily, and that's powerful. This ain't gossip. This is a masterclass in strategy, loyalty, and money moves. And I promise you, watching this and thinking about it can change how you approach your own deals, partnerships, and opportunities. So pay attention because this is the kind of insight you don't get in the headlines, but it all makes the difference. Now I want to hear from y'all. If you were in Dame Dash's shoes, would you put your personal feelings aside to make a big business move? And do you think we'll actually see a Roc-a-fella reunion that makes real money, Or is that just talk for now? And do you honestly think that Jay-Z should forgive Dame Dash and get money with him again? Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.